The 2025 FIFA World Club Cup draw has been decided and we've got some absolute cracking groups up ahead. But which of the clubs will make it out of the groups and into the knockout stages? We'll take a look at that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today, we're going to take a little look at one of the groups in the 2025 FIFA World Club Cup competition. That's right, which will take place in the summer of 2025. Which clubs will go through to those knockout stages and which clubs will be eliminated at the first hurdle. We'll take a look at that and much more in a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe and your one-stop shop for FIFA Club World Cup, Bapa Nova's World Football. We're going to all here under one Rooski. That's right, 8 groups. That's right, and we're going to go through them one by one over the course of the next few days. And then finally, we're going to have a monster video at the end of it to see who I think will actually win this competition. Alrighty then, folks, let's get into Group B then, over in the World Club Cup in 2025. If you've missed the previous video, Group A, make sure you check that out. We're joined by PSG, who, of course, coming in here for their first time in the World Club Cup competition, and they have secured their spot in 17th of December 2023, and they did that by their presence in the last 4 years in the UEFA rankings. So they'll be in there in Group B, and they'll be fancy to go very, very far. Joining them, though, will also be a European heavyweight, and that is Atlético Madrid. And they secured their spot on April 16th, 2024. And once again, like PSG, it's their first ever participation in this tournament. Of course, it is a brand new version of this tournament. So 2 European heavyweights will fancy their chances and probably will go head-to-head, maybe for both spots or just one spot. Next up, they're joined by these guys. It is Botafogo. That's right, coming out of Brazil, who, of course, secured their spot on the 30th of November 2024. It's their first ever participation as well in the FIFA World Club Cup. They secured their spot by winning the 2024 Copa Libertadores. That's right. They're, of course, one of 4 Brazilian nations in this tournament and one of the only one in this group. And they're joined by Seattle Sounders coming at you out of the MLS. It's their second ever tournament. Their previous was back in 2022, and they secured the spot by winning the 2022 CONCACAF Champions League, and they got here, qualified 14th of March 2023. Well, here we go, folks, over into Group B. Now, who do I think will go through to the knockout stages? Well, it's going to be quite spicy, isn't it? We've got a couple of heavyweights from Europe. We've got a Botafogo here from Brazil, Seattle with some maybe some support over in the United States. So let's kick it all off with that European heavyweight clash. Not necessarily the order that they'll be in. Of course, that's just undecided. We are recording this very, very early. It is my gut reaction to this, who I think will go through to the knockout stages. So PSG against Atlético. Atlético, of course, stubborn at the back, quite and can be quite a frustrating side to watch, but they're also decent. They're very decent and go under the radar a lot in the MLS. So I think they're going to be a tough one to beat in this group, and I think this game might be a bit of a cracker. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. We just don't know how serious these European clubs, in fact, all clubs, will take this competition when it comes into June 2024. It's been a long season. The Champions League will just have finished at the end of May. So, yeah, they still prep for this one. No major international tournaments. I say that. Of course, the Gold Cup will take place in the summer for the United States and, of course, other countries in the CONCACAF. But 2-2 in the end, yeah, after a long old season, I think is about right. Meanwhile, Botafogo gets Seattle. Again, I'm not too sure about Seattle here. I don't really follow the MLS too much. I keep an eye on it every now and again. But Botafogo from Brazil should have too much quality in the tank. I'm going to give them the 1-0 win. And that'll put them in the driving seat after the first round of games, according to me. Next up, we go PSG against those Brazilians. Already got 3 points in the bag. PSG got a bit of work to do. A draw will put them right in the shitter here. But I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for PSG. They'll have too much class, I think too much quality, and they should be one of the outside favourites for this competition. When we get down to the nitty-gritty of the knockout stages, the likes of PSG, Atlético, should they make it through here, will be serious about winning this one. But there's going to be a couple of little spanners in the works, and it could still come from this group. Seattle Sounders up against Atlético will lose. They'll lose it. 2-0 comfortably done. Atlético playing it tight at the back, like I said earlier, with a 2-0 win. Job done. And another 3 points. So it's looking good right now for PSG and Atlético, both on 4 points. Botafogo with 3 points. But it's coming into this crunch clash here with both European nations up against it, or to try and at least get that point point will probably do it. So Seattle against PSG. Again, I don't think Seattle will have much class here. I think they're going to lose 3-1. I do pick out a point here, though, for Botafogo, but it ain't going to be enough when they take on Atletico. So 0-0 in the end, which will put Seattle Sounders on the scrap heap. They're out, no points, pretty much outclassed from the get-go. Then they'll be joined by Botafogo from Brazil with 4 points, a little bit hard done by there. But unfortunately, only top 2 goes through to a last 16 competition. That will be Atletico in second with 5 points, no goals, no defeats, just the 2 goals conceded. And then PSG will top the charts there with that second victory over Seattle, which of course out eclipses Atletico Madrid. So that's my take on a interesting Group B. So am I right? Am I wrong? Of course, it's over to you. There you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. Of course, we're going to do this for each and every one of the groups heading into the 2025 World Club Cup. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you agree or disagree with who I think will go through to the knockouts or who I think will go home? And don't forget, at the end of the week, we're going to do the knockout stages to see who I actually think will lift the trophy come June 2025. But that's it. Subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. But until then, we're done.